Hi, my name is Keri Bernstein. I am a holistic health and nutrition counselor. And when I was talking to Dennis about coming here and talking to you guys, and we were talking about discussing some of the issues that you guys are interested in, one of the things that popped up was that you're working so hard and that you can't lose weight, or you can't keep it off, or something like that. So I decided that I was going to talk about eating more and weighing less, because wouldn't everybody absolutely love to do that? So is there a time in anybody's life that you had an issue with weight?
Right about now.
Right about now, okay. Yeah, okay. Did it creep up on you all of a sudden?
Yeah, it was great.
Okay, okay. Anybody else? Yeah?
I was just going to say that.
Okay, all right. So a variety of different issues. I mean, how I do 40. Okay. All right. So yeah, good. 10, 20 years between the two. So that's important. What are some of the things that you guys have tried to do to lose weight?
Trying to eat right.
Okay. Like, what are some of the
Like
things?
no carbs, lots of water,
Okay.
protein, things like that.
Did you follow a particular diet?
I just break my own.
Okay. There you go. That's good. Anybody do any fad diets?
No fat diets.
No fat
I just really tried to eat earlier in the day and stop earlier in the day. My time was off.
And well, what would possess you to come up with your own diet, or you to do your timer? Did you
Well,
read
sometimes
something?
so mine like bad was 3 o'clock and 9.
Okay.
And so if I ate earlier, I wouldn't be as hungry at 3 o'clock and 9.
Very good. Yeah, good. Very smart. Okay. And did you lose weight that way? Okay, excellent. Very good. Did you read stuff that you decided to take out carbs?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's kind of a fad.
Mm-hmm.
A fad. You know what I mean? A fad diet is considered something that comes and goes, and something that claims that you're going to lose 5 pounds in 5 days, or they're going to do some sort of miracle, take a pill or do something, and it's kind of unrealistic. And the thing about fad diets is that they kind of set you up for failure, because you're gung-ho, you're like, ooh, I'm going to do the cabbage soup diet, or the banana diet, or, I mean, there's so many of them out there, right? You eat the vegetable soup 3 times a day, and then you only eat bananas late at night. I think that was the cabbage soup one, right? That was crazy, because I tried that one. I swear. Or Atkins, where you have no carbs, and you hear all kinds of information. But they don't work. And so the reason they set you up for failure is because you're excited, and you want to do it, and then you fail. And then you're like down on yourself, and you feel even worse than when you started, right? And it kind of is like a domino effect, right? You're excited, you want to do it, you start, you fail, you're miserable, then you start something else, all that kind of stuff. So what I wanted to discuss with you is ways that you can actually eat more food and lose weight, because there is such a thing. There really is. So my thing is, the safe way to drop pounds is actually by crowding out. And what I mean by that is filling your body with healthy, nutritious foods, so that you don't want the junk food later, okay? By loading up on fresh fruits and vegetables and things like that, you actually crowd out the processed crap, the packaged food, is kind of what I call it. So the main thing that I think about when you think about a diet is deprivation, correct? Everybody's like, I want a diet, and then you feel deprived, and you feel like, ugh. You're going out to eat with somebody and they're eating that, and you're going, oh, I feel so deprived. And the point is that you shouldn't think of your way of eating that way. It shouldn't be a diet. It shouldn't be deprivation. You should feel happy and satisfied with the foods that you're eating and feel good and feel energized, because food is energy. And it's not the devil. It's not your enemy. It should be make you feel good. So part of the diet is not to take things away, but add more things in. Okay, so you mentioned green smoothies. Anybody else smoothie? Excellent, good. What do you put in them?
Kale, fruit, natural peanut butter.
Excellent, very good, very good.
I was going to say, I do the program, so I follow a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that I find very interesting is conflict. Okay, one place will say bananas are great for you. Another says, after a certain age, don't eat bananas. Carrots with you. After a certain age, don't eat apples. frustrating, not knowing who and what to believe. I'm not saying I didn't see you, but
Right.
like not knowing who and what to believe, and not liking certain foods that might be on a program. Like
Right.
I cannot eat bananas.
Mhm.
I was putting honeydew into my food drink, and I know that that's a higher in sugar fruit, but it's still going to be better than something else.
Absolutely.
So that was,
Better than eating candy bar.
I think my point was like, better to do something that's better for you than what you might have done, even if it's not exactly what you.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, and you and I talked about that a lot when I was guiding you through the program, was that, you know, there's certain things that don't work for you, that work for you, and don't work for you. I mean, everybody's different by individuality. What works for one person doesn't necessarily work for everybody. You know, I can sit and feed my kids, you know, whole grain pasta from tomato tomorrow, and they're this big. And, you know, I could look at it and get this big. You know what I mean? So everybody's different. Everybody's body is different, and what fuels your body could inflame somebody else's. Okay? So that's kind of what I try to teach people, and I work with, you know, a lot of clients on. So a lot of times people think too, when you're doing your smoothies, like I said, stay away from the fat. Oh, I can't eat fat. It's got like 14 grams of fat. I'm not going to eat it. And actually, the good for you fats are phenomenal for you. Great hair, great skin, great nails, and fills you up. Makes you feel satisfied. Do you guys ever eat like salads and you're hungry like 5 minutes later? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Exactly. You probably lacked that good for you fat. You probably lacked something on there that I'll talk about in a little bit, of something that's going to keep you satiated and satisfied. So, good for you fats. You talked about water, I said adding things to your diet instead of taking things away and feeling deprived. Lots of fruits and vegetables, like I said. Eating mindfully. Did anybody ever run home, you're starving, and you just open the pantry and just start shoving things in because you're so hungry that you can't control yourself, right? I've done that. So mindful eating, thinking about what you're eating. Are you really hungry? You could possibly be thirsty. 9 times out of 10, you're actually dehydrated and you're probably more thirsty than you are hungry. One of the things I suggest my clients to do is to drink a big glass of water before you go to eat something, and then really sit and think. Do I want something sweet? Do I want something salty? Do I need food that I haven't eaten lunch yet? Something like that. Another way that you can help yourself is to share your meals with other people. So go out to eat and share a dinner and each get your own appetizer. Like that's, you know, something that I try and teach people. One of the biggest things that I do, and I've been doing it for years, is eating off a smaller plate. So I eat dinner off of a salad plate that's like this big, because if my meal is this size, on this kind of plate it looks really little, doesn't it? Okay? And on this kind of plate it looks pretty full. So there was a study done many years ago about the rim of your plate. And they did a whole study on some of the rims of the plate were very, very skinny, and then other rims were very fat. The plate was exactly the same size. But the people that had the fatter rim plate actually consumed more food because it looked little. They had the same amount of food, but because there was so much more room on the outside of the plate, they felt like they weren't eating enough. So, you know, it's kind of that whole mind, you know, that mind thing. You're going, oh my God, I'm not getting enough food. Chew well. Anybody ever just shove your food in? Again, because you can't get enough in. So chewing your food really well. Your stomach doesn't have teeth. The teeth are right in here. And it activates your digestive system. So you get your salivary glands going, and it actually triggers your mind into knowing that you're eating food and that you're going to be satisfied. It takes 20 minutes for it to go from your belly to your brain to know that you're full. So slow it down when you're eating is another good thing. Moving, exercise. Best thing that you can do for yourself too, because you're going to use your food into energy, and then and you need energy to exercise, correct? And slow it down. Getting a good night's sleep is really good for you, and doing some sort of entertainment for yourself, whether it's reading a book, taking a bath, something to settle yourself down is really good. Why is there such a weight loss issue in America? Anybody know why there's such a weight issue? I should say not weight loss, weight issue. Why are Americans...
Portion size?
Portion size. Huge. Supersize me. Does anybody see that film?
Mm-hmm.
And they actually show it in the middle school, over to our kids about it, because everything is just bigger, and bigger, and bigger.
I think another thing is additives and the sizes of our markets.
Oh, absolutely. Well, additives, I can
Well,
talk.
I
I can talk.
But if you go to Europe or someplace like that, people don't shop the way they shop
No.
here.
No, we snack. We're snackers. America's snackers. When you go to Europe or other countries, yeah, they don't. They eat meals, and you know, if they're hungry, they'll eat something. But they don't have Wawas and all the big, like you said, the middle aisles. When I talk to my clients, I always talk about just doing the perimeter, right? Because that's pretty much your nutrients, your protein, your vegetables, and dairy, or you know, your eggs and all that kind of stuff. I'm thinking, don't most markets like that.
Yeah,
Vegetables
yeah.
on that side, yeah. That's a great way to shop. And there's people think that it is so hard to eat well, and it really isn't if you're empowered and you have knowledge and you know what to fill yourself up with and fuel yourself, and things that are going to give you energy and make you feel good. So you said supersize me, and you said additives, but processed food. Processed food actually makes your body hold on to weight, believe it or not. Like I thought, I'll give you a little background on myself. I always had an issue with weight. I was always counting calories. I was on Weight Watchers. I did Jenny Craig right before I got married. I did, you name it, the cabbage soup diet. I've done them all. And it was so frustrating because I felt like I was exercising. I'm a personal trainer too. So I exercise, and it wasn't coming off. And I was eating less and less and less. And I felt like I was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And my aha moment was, I decided one day, I guess about 4 years ago, I wasn't going to eat anything out of a package. I don't know what possessed me to do that, but I was just like, I was reading more and more about processed foods and all the chemicals in all the foods and how bad it was for you, so I decided I wasn't going to eat them. And I was the queen of the 100-calorie packs. I was only 100 calories. And I had to start thinking about what to eat, and it was a little challenging, so I would go on the internet and I would do all kinds of stuff, and that's kind of what made me go back to school to study health and nutrition. But anyway, I was able to find alternatives to eat that were quick and easy and satisfying, that I didn't have to eat out of a package, and I lost weight. And then I stopped counting calories, and I was like, wow. I stopped. It was like, and I eat peanut butter, I eat nuts, and I eat almonds. I eat all the things that I was afraid to eat, you know, years ago, because it was high in fat, and it was a lot of calories, and I was like, I'm not going to put all that fat into my body. I'm going to do low fat or fat free. Problem is, bottom line is, all the chemicals from the fat-free actually get stored in your fat cells. So your body is toxic, and your fat cells grow and grow and grow from all that processed food. Okay? So you get rid of that processed food, you start deflating, de-inflammationing, I should say. It's not even a word, but getting the inflammation out of your body. So that was huge. That was a huge aha moment. And then I thought, everybody could do this. I mean, you know, and people, I know how to eat healthy. That was me. I know how to eat healthy. I know what I'm doing. I know how to eat healthy. But the bottom line is, you need help. You need support. You need guidance sometimes. You need that a little bit. So we said, supersize me, the processed food. How about a sedentary lifestyle? I know you guys are here, so you're at the gym, right? So most of you probably are sedentary, but, you know, we take cars and buses and all kinds of transportation. And, you know, we just talked about Europe. Europeans walk everywhere. They just walk everywhere because they can, and everything's really close together in the cities. New Yorkers, right? People in New York City and in Philadelphia probably tend to be a little leaner because they walk everywhere. The misinformation and the advertising. Anybody see any advertisement for kale or quinoa or amaranth? There's no advertising for that.
Actually, this winter,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you had noticed, there was an article going around that you can overdo it with kale, and it was a very misleading article.
Mhm.
Because the truth is, if you are prone to a certain kidney stone, you can overdo it anytime. But the article was so misleading.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
About, you know,
It's like
stay off
Yeah.
kale. You know?
Yeah, and which is scary because like you guys said, you read one thing and then somebody else tells you something else, so you have to consider your source. Bottom line is consider your source. Look where it's coming from. Is it somebody that's knowledgeable? Is somebody in the nutritional field? Is it a doctor? Is it somebody that knows exactly what they're writing about. So it is confusing, and it's very misleading, because somebody will say, don't eat carbohydrates. Well, you need carbohydrates. There's carbohydrates in fruits and vegetables, and your body needs that, because that's how you're going to get energy. So I could go into that whole fad diet, but I can touch on it a little later. But misleading information and advertising, like I said, there's no signs going, eat apples and oranges, and there's nothing. But you turn the TV on, and kids are going, I want that, or McDonald's because it has a toy in it or something. So so advertising is killing us, basically. The cost of food. Okay, you go into a McDonald's, a Wendy's, there's $1 everything, right? My kids are in college, and I hate to say it, but that's what they can afford. And you go into the market, and you want to buy apples, and the really good for you apples are $2.99 a pound. So it's frustrating. And I won't even go into the whole subsidies. Time management. Everybody thinks eating healthy is really hard because you don't have time. You're rushing to work, or you're rushing to take your kids here, or you're rushing to take your kids there. And I'm going to tell you that it's really easy. And I'm going to share my secrets with you on how to make your life really, really easy and eat really well. All right? Why diets don't work. Why following diets don't work. Anybody?
Why following
Yeah, why following a strict diet doesn't work.
You get bored.
You get bored. Same foods over and over again. Absolutely. Anybody else?
It's just not the outside world we live in, and you have to allow yourself to, like you said, you have to eat and have a little something if that's where you're at. Because if you deny it, you're just gonna crave it.
Absolutely. Deprivation. If you deprive yourself of something, then you're going to crave it. Even though you probably don't even want it, you're feeling in your head deprived. And you're like, I'm having a birthday party and everybody else is having a piece of cake, and you want it. Exactly. Bioindividuality is the other thing that I talked about, and why diets don't work. Because what works for you, eliminating carbohydrates or eating more in the morning and then less at night, might not work for somebody else. Somebody could be a grazer, and that works for them, and they need to eat every couple of hours to keep their blood sugar level up. Where somebody else might need to just completely empty their body so that it works and it functions properly. So again, what works for one person doesn't necessarily work for another, and when you follow those strict diets, Atkins, where you can't have any carbohydrates, only protein, and I don't function well on protein. Protein makes me tired. So everybody's different. And just again, the high cost of these special diets. I know there's one out there now with the powder. You just drink the powder for breakfast and lunch, and then you eat or dinner. But they're expensive, right? First of all, who wants to eat like that, number one? Who wants to deprive themselves? And who wants to pay all that money for these powdered shakes when you can get really, really, really good food? Okay, so anybody want to know the top 10 tips for eating more and weighing less? Number one, and probably the most important thing is feeding your soul with primary food. And I talk about primary food. Secondary food is actually the food that you eat. Your primary food is your life, your spirituality, your relationships, your job, your physical fitness level. So if all those things are in line and feeding your soul and making you feel good, the diet and food and all that kind of stuff kind of falls in place. And I have a sheet I'll hand out to you guys when we're done. So all of that falls into place. Drinking water, plenty of water. Most of the time we are dehydrated, like I said. You should drink half your body weight in ounces. So figure out how much you weigh, cut it in half, and that's how much water you should drink daily. And if you exercise, like you did boot camp and you're sweating, you should drink even more, okay? Because your body needs to be hydrated. It actually pumps up your skin and makes sure, again, really good for your body. Eating a plant-based diet. So how many people think that they get a lot of vegetables in? Okay? So what do you do your smoothie in the morning, right?
I do my smoothie in the morning, or I'll do eggs with a vegetable.
Excellent.
And then I'll usually snack that includes vegetable.
Okay.
I pretty much include vegetable in every meal.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody look at their diet and go, oh, I didn't have vegetables all day yesterday kind of thing? By accident? Yeah. And you're like, I know I should do it, but I didn't, and I'm going to teach you how to.
God forbid I eat wrong.
Right. And I'm going to teach you.
my kid wrong.
Right. I'm going to teach you how to do that, how to eat and be able to grab that as a go-to snack. Chewing your food well. Like I said, this doesn't have teeth. This is where you start. You know what I mean? And your salivary glands and your digestive system all start in your mouth, actually. Did you guys ever hear of your gut instinct? Your gut is actually your second brain, okay? All the chemicals, everything you put in here affects your brain, your gut brain. And so this is really important to take good care of this, because then everything else falls in place. Eating breakfast. Who eats breakfast? Most of everybody? No? Right, exactly. Exactly. You need to eat breakfast. Breakfast is the start of your day. Can you imagine starting? I tell my clients all the time, can you start a fire without a log? No, unless it's a gas fire. But other than that, you can't start a fire without a log. Well, your metabolism doesn't start without food in it. Okay, your body doesn't function properly without nutrients, without food in it. So breakfast is your most important meal of the day. Eating mindfully, like I said before, just thinking about what you're eating, thinking about, are you really hungry or are you thirsty? And really knowing what you want to eat instead of just grabbing because you're starving. Get moving, again, exercising. Everybody here exercises, correct? That's excellent. Sleeping is really, really, really important. At least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Because when your body is sleep deprived, it actually makes you hold on to weight too. Okay? And stress is another thing that makes you hold on to weight. So that's another thing, reducing your stress. Right? It makes your body, when you are stressed, your cortisol level shoots up, and that actually makes you hold on to weight. I mean, studies and studies and studies show that happens. And schedule yourself fun time. Schedule time to take care of yourself and nourish yourself, whether it is going for a run, getting a massage, getting a manicure, pedicure, spending time with your dog, whatever it is, doing something to take care of yourself, because that makes you feel good, right? So I know that everybody always thinks that, like I said before, I know how to eat healthy, and then you kind of don't, or you don't know what to do, or you don't know what to eat after a workout, but you know because you've read it, or you've said something. So I think the key to success too is having a support system, having somebody that is either holds you accountable, a husband, a family member, somebody you hire, whatever it is that's going to hold you accountable and support you as well. So one of the things that I think is really important is, like I said, your breakfast and getting your greens in first thing in the morning, because that's going to give you a ton of energy. You have no clue how many nutrients are in a smoothie. So I made 2 before I came here, and I have my 3rd one here just to show you guys that they actually taste really, really good. And the key is preparation. Right, like I said, anybody scared of that? You're scared of that? In this smoothie is celery. I forget what I put in this one. Okay, I have mango, celery, the special kale, spinach, orange, and then I put a little hemp protein powder in here. Oh, and parsley. Okay, so I try and teach people also why you put certain things in your diet and why you eat certain foods. So I wrote down my other 2 smoothies that I have in my bag that I made for you guys. So this one's my super green smoothie, okay, with the spinach, with the celery and the parsley. It actually helps release the toxins from your body. And the superfoods with the kale and spinach are just superfoods. They're bursting with nutrients and minerals. The other 2 that I made actually has, and the coconut water. Anybody drink coconut water? Excellent. Okay, so coconut water is great for hydration, especially after you work out. Okay, so I usually add coconut water or almond milk or hemp milk or some sort of non-dairy milk to the smoothie, or spring water or coconut water. The other 2 I have, one is the Powerhouse Tahini. Anybody eat tahini? A little bit? Okay. Tahini is sesame seed butter, like peanut butter, almond butter. So tahini, I was just researching it because I thought, I wanted to tell you guys what was so fabulous about tahini. The list was extremely long. It helps your liver detoxify. It's loaded with vitamins and minerals, maintains healthy skin and muscles. Okay, so after a workout, it's fabulous to put the tahini in. It's actually a 20% complete protein. You guys know what a complete protein is? So it's 20% of a complete protein, and peanut butter is not.
What does it look like? What is it?
Tahini, actually, I didn't bring it.
Oh.
No, it's in a jar. It's in a jar. It looks like it's on in the shelves with peanut butter and almond butter in the market, and it's tahini, and it's sesame. It's made like peanut butter, but with sesame seeds. It's easy to digest, and it helps in aids and weight loss because it keeps you full, it keeps you satisfied. It's high in calcium and promotes cell growth. Okay, so the other one I have has the strawberries, which are loaded with antioxidants and nutrients, high in fiber, so it's going to keep you full. And spinach and banana, again, superfoods. Yes?
Is it the sesame seeds that make tahini the complete protein, or is it the other things that are also in it that make
The
it?
sesame, the tahini itself, yes.
But it's the seeds that are supposed to be part of it. So adding sesame seeds to a salad might be a good thing. Or
Absolutely.
adding- Using
Yes,
sesame seeds.
yeah, well, you
as
know, right, well, you know a lot of the recipes that I have,
Yeah.
have sesame seeds or black sesame seeds, yeah. Yeah, so it's really good for you. But, and the reason I love smoothies so much, especially after a workout, again, is because it's loaded with protein, it's loaded with nutrients, minerals, vitamins, and they just taste really good. And it's easy because you can make one ahead of time and have it as soon as you get home from work. So I'll usually,
So I heard that the longer they sit, the more, because you blend it and it breaks down whatever's in it. If it sits for 12 hours, 24 hours, it basically doesn't have the same as when it started.
you know,
Nutritional value.
some merit to that, yes, but I'm talking, I make it, 7 o'clock in the morning, and then I come home and I, drink it at 10.
Yeah.
I am a firm believer you can have it for 24 hours, anything over that, I wouldn't drink it. Yeah.
You could leave it like that in your refrigerator.
You could leave it like that in your refrigerator. My trick is, you guys ready for this one? Who's got one free day? One day that has like a couple hours. One free day, right? Sunday night, Sunday afternoon, whatever it is, a couple hours. You go to the market, you get yourself, and I'm a queen of convenience. So if you are like me and you need convenience, I normally buy most of my stuff that goes in my smoothies. Fruit-wise, I buy frozen, because frozen fruit is actually the next best thing to fresh. And it's frozen, so it'll make your smoothie nice and thick, okay? So, I just got, real quick, they have blends at the market, so one's strawberry banana, one was mixed berries with pomegranate. So you can make your life really, really easy and get those and put them in the fridge. The other thing that I suggest to do is to get yourself little baggies, each day of the week. You put your produce in one bag, that's going to go into your smoothie, chopped up, everything cut up and put in your fridge. And then you put your frozen fruits and vegetables in your freezer, and you can even label them 1, 2, 2, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then you go in your fridge, you go in your freezer, you dump it all in, you add your little coconut water, and you're done. I mean, you can put absolutely everything in your bags, from the spices to everything, so that you make your life easy. Just put out your bag, cups, you have your measuring cups, your spoons, all that kind of stuff. Same thing with your snacks. Okay, so you mentioned that you have vegetables at lunchtime, or for a snack, but what do you have?
Carrots or radishes or.
With anything?
Sometimes I like edamame ones.
Okay, so what I would suggest is, when you are having your vegetables, and again, go to carrots and celery are really good cut up, because they're quick and they don't go bad. Cucumbers I wouldn't cut up for more than a day. But if you put them in little bags in your fridge, and it's a go-to quick snack, I would have a healthy fat with that. So if you're going to have your carrots, definitely like the hummus, or you can have almond butter, peanut butter with your celery, because it's going to stick to your system a little longer. Everybody eat a vegetable and then you're hungry, in 10-15 minutes. You need that good for you fat. Avocados are phenomenal. Half an avocado, good little trick. You guys know how to cut an avocado, right? Cut it in half, and then you take your knife and you kind of stab and twist and you pull it out. Take half an avocado, take some cut up cherry tomatoes and put them on top. You can sprinkle some sea salt and pepper and bake it in the oven. It is delicious. Anybody heard of nutritional yeast?
Yeah.
Okay, nutritional yeast is a protein that takes on the flavor of cheese. So if you can't eat cheese, you sprinkle a little nutritional yeast on top. Phenomenal, easy. How many seconds did that take you to make? Literally, no time. Cut it, cherry tomatoes in your oven, and you can have a healthy meal, a healthy snack, whatever it is. So it can be easy. Eating healthy can be easy. So here were the other 2 smoothies that I made for you guys to taste today. This was the super green that I told you about, and this is my powerhouse tahini. Okay, and then this is my citrus blend over here. So anybody feel as though they eat really, really, really healthy still and can't lose those last few pounds, or that they feel like they could tweak from something I said today, but tweak a little bit maybe, and do something.
I have one issue about the smoothies is I like crunch.
That's what I was just saying.
And when I,
For breakfast, you mean, or to eat?
anytime,
Anytime.
crunch is like important to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I get like a smoothie and I'll be like, okay, that was okay, but.
You need something to chew.
Yeah.
Okay.
With apple.
Well,
Well, I do eat apple, I'll eat apple and peanut butter because I love the crunch,
Mhm.
but it's like the smoothie thing.
Well, one of the things I want to tell you about a smoothie, and when I talk about that, you need to chew your smoothie. Again, because I told you digestion starts in your mouth. So when you take a sip, chew it. Get your mouth going. Everybody chew right now. When you chew, you start to feel your saliva, correct? You get your salivary glands going. So I realize that that's not crunchy. So normally, if I'm hungry and I want something like that, and I haven't put like a protein in there, protein powder, I'll grab a handful of almonds. So you've got your almonds, you've got your crunchy, and you've got your smoothie, so you've got a good protein. I find a lot of times I'm always on the go from working and things like that, so this is perfect for me. And if you don't want to have this as a breakfast, this would be a great afternoon snack then, you know what I mean? But this has so many nutrients and vitamins and minerals, and it keeps you full, keeps you satisfied, correct? When you were doing, it keeps you really full and really satisfied because they have so many nutrients. Anybody have little kids or children? Can you get them to eat fruits and vegetables? This is the best thing ever. Literally the best thing ever. And I have a recipe for a Shrek ice cream, which is made with kale and avocado. I mean, and delicious. They eat it. Little mini chocolate chips you have to add in your man, and I can give you the recipe for it. But fabulous, and you can make it all in your Vitamix. Anybody have Vitamix? Love my Vitamix. Right, this chops up everything, liquefies it all, it's fabulous. So, I know that everybody thinks that, or feels that they eat well and eat healthy, but I hope that you've learned a little something today, and that you have something that you can take with you. So thank you so much for coming. And again, like I said, I'm a holistic health and nutrition counselor, so if anybody's interested in free health history, I can send you some information and then just kind of talk with you over the phone and see if I can help you and take your day individually.
I want to ask you one thing and then mention one thing, because I did your program, and it was great. And if anybody wants to try it, it's definitely worth doing. Don't think that some miracle is going to happen overnight. That all of a sudden, overnight, you're going to stop craving a chocolate bar.
And it takes a while. It takes a while.
Yeah.
And studies show that it takes 28 days to change a habit.
And I still crave my chocolate, but I've learned that